Welcome back to Blue Blood FC, your best performing channel when it comes to delivering the hottest Chelsea updates. If you love Chelsea and want daily news, transfer updates, match reactions, and inside reports, then don't forget to like this video, share it with other Blues fans, and of course, hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on Chelsea content. Now, let's dive straight into today's massive story. Reports coming out of Stamford Bridge claim that the Chelsea board has sent a strong warning to Enzo Maresca: shape up, or risk losing your job. Yes, you heard that right. The Italian coach, who only arrived this summer to replace Mauricio Pochettino, is already under huge pressure. Chelsea's performances have not lived up to expectations, and the board is said to be growing impatient. Let's be honest, Chelsea fans were promised a fresh start under Maresca. His football philosophy was supposed to bring possession-based dominance, attacking creativity, and tactical discipline. But what have we seen so far? Inconsistent results. Players struggling to adapt. Fans frustrated at missed chances and defensive errors. For a club that spent over £1 billion on transfers, sitting mid-table or dropping silly points is simply not acceptable. Just look at some of the recent games. Chelsea has dominated possession in matches but failed to convert chances. Cole Palmer has been one of the few bright sparks, showing creativity and composure, but he cannot carry the team alone. Nicholas Jackson continues to be wasteful in front of goal, and Raheem Sterling has not provided the consistency the team desperately needs. Defensively, mistakes from players like Axel Disasi and even the usually solid Thiago Silva have cost Chelsea valuable points. These lapses simply add more pressure on the manager. The Chelsea board, led by Todd Boehly and his Clearlake Capital partners, want instant success. They've invested too much money in this project to tolerate another season of mediocrity. Sources suggest that if things don't improve quickly, especially in the Premier League, Maresca's future could be decided sooner rather than later. And then there's the dressing room dynamic. Some reports claim that a few senior players are already questioning Maresca's tactics and training methods. Whether that's true or not, one thing is clear: the fans are losing patience. Stamford Bridge supporters are known to demand excellence, and the boos after disappointing games are getting louder. This is nothing new at Chelsea. The club has a reputation for being ruthless with managers. Jose Mourinho, sacked twice. Carlo Ancelotti, gone after a season without silverware. Thomas Tuchel, shown the door despite winning the Champions League. Graham Potter, fired in less than a year. And Frank Lampard, the club legend, couldn't escape the axe either. The message is clear: Chelsea does not wait around. If you don't deliver, you're out. And here's where it gets interesting. If the board really decides to sack Maresca, who could come in? Names like Zinedine Zidane, Ruben Amorim, Hansi Flick, or even a dramatic return for Jose Mourinho have been whispered about in fan circles. Imagine the headlines if Mourinho returned for a third spell at Stamford Bridge. While nothing concrete is out yet, Chelsea always has options lined up when a manager is under pressure. But let's not forget the bigger picture here. Chelsea is a club in transition, and transitions are never smooth. This squad is one of the youngest in the Premier League. Players like Mudryk, Maduk, and even Jackson are still learning at the very top level. Add in signings like Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez, who came with enormous price tags and pressure, and you can see why expectations are sky high. Maresca himself is still learning as a manager. Yes, he worked under Pep Guardiola at Manchester City, but managing Chelsea is a completely different beast. At Leicester, he had time and less pressure. At Chelsea, every mistake is magnified, every poor result is front-page news. That's the reality of Stamford Bridge. And here's where it gets even more complicated: Chelsea fans are divided. Some are calling for patience, saying, we can't keep sacking managers every 6 months. Look at Arteta at Arsenal, it took him years to build. Others are saying, this is Chelsea, not Arsenal. We're not a mid-table project club, we are winners, and we need results right now. This clash of expectations makes things very dangerous for Maresca. If he can't unite the fans and get the players performing, the pressure will only build. Imagine going into the next few fixtures with boos at home and question marks in the media. It's the perfect recipe for disaster. And Chelsea has seen this story play out before. The only difference now is that the board spent even more money, and that means even less patience. And let's be real, Chelsea's history shows us one thing: once the fans turn, the board usually follows. We've seen it with Lampard, with Tuchel, and with Potter. Stamford Bridge is not a place where you can hide when results are poor. Every game feels like a final, and Maresca knows that one bad week could change everything. That's the fine line he's walking right now. Now, let's compare Chelsea to other clubs. Look at Arsenal, who gave Mikel Arteta time to build. They stuck with him through tough spells, and now they're challenging at the top. Liverpool gave Jurgen Klopp several seasons before he finally delivered the Champions League and Premier League. Will Chelsea show the same patience with Maresca, or will they continue their tradition of chopping and changing managers until they find instant success? That's the big question. The fans are also split on this issue. Some believe Maresca needs time. They argue that building a new identity takes patience, and constant changes only set the club back further. Others say enough is enough. They point to the money spent, the quality of the squad, and insist that a club like Chelsea should be competing for trophies right now, not languishing in the middle of the table. Now let's add some spice here. If results don't pick up, Chelsea's upcoming fixtures could seal Maresca's fate. A defeat in a big game, another embarrassing draw, or even dressing room leaks could push the board to act fast. Imagine Chelsea losing against rivals like Arsenal, Liverpool, or Manchester City. The pressure would be unbearable. Even dropping points to so-called smaller teams like Brentford, Wolves, or Brighton could trigger panic at board level. Some media outlets are already reporting that the board has drawn up a short list of emergency candidates just in case. And think about the players themselves. Young stars like Noni Madueke, Mykhailo Mudryk, and Enzo Fernandez need proper guidance. If Maresca cannot bring the best out of them, then Chelsea risk wasting another season of development. The dressing room is full of talent, but talent without direction leads nowhere. That's why the board is so worried. So, Chelsea fans, I want to hear from you. Do you think Maresca deserves more time to prove himself and build a team? Should the board show patience for once, or is it time to bring in a more experienced manager before the season slips away? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this debate is only just beginning. Once again, this is Blue Blood FC, your #1 home for Chelsea updates, transfer news, and analysis. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and share it with your fellow Chelsea supporters. We'll keep you posted as this story develops. Until next time, keep the blue flag flying high. Up the Chels.